Have you ever been to a dock? How did it smell? If you live somewhere on a coast with ocean fishing, chances are you've experienced the smell of fish. But, did you ever wonder why fish meat lets off such a strong scent when other meat doesn't? Everyone's noticed fishy-smelling lunches or piers, but most people don't know why. Fish meat smells so bad because of microorganisms in water of fish farms, chemicals on the fish that carboxylate, and because fish meat begins to rot faster than other meats. Microorganisms in the water can cause fish to smell badly, especially when fish are raised in fish farms where the microorganisms can thrive. So, one reason for fish smelling undesirable is not actually the fish themselves, but the microorganisms that live in the water with the fish. There are two guilty microorganisms, which are mostly the cause for this: geosmin and 2-methylisoborneol. Geosmin is a compound which smells earthy and strong. It flourishes in fish farms and similar environments, living on the surfaces of the fish and growing in the water. The other microorganism, 2-methylisoborneol, has a rotten fish smell and grows in water similar to geosmin. Additionally, certain pesticides used in fish farms dissolve and feed the microorganisms by imbalancing the chemicals in the water, which increase their growth. Certain natural chemicals stick in the flesh of finned fish, and when introduced to air, those chemicals let off an unpleasant smell. Two of these chemicals are trimethylene and dimethylene. They're both derived from trimethylene oxide, and they both live in the flesh of the fish. Ocean fish smell even worse than freshwater fish because trimethylene and dimethylene are more prevalent in salty water. When fish are taken out of the water, carbon dioxide content in the air causes the trimethylene and dimethylene to carboxylate. This produces amines, which smell really bad and have the typical fishy smell. Once out of the water, the fish will smell worse than they did when they were in the water. Compared to other meats like pork, beef, and chicken, fish meat goes bad at a much faster rate. The ocean is naturally very cold. In warmer places, it's around 70 degrees Fahrenheit, and in colder places, it's closer to 25 degrees Fahrenheit. Regular livestock can survive in 90 degrees Fahrenheit, much higher temperatures than most of the fish we would ever eat. The fish's internal temperature is colder, and bacteria living on the fish survive well in the cold water. Taking the fish out of the cold water immediately exposes them to millions of bacteria which the fish has never been exposed to before. Additionally, fish flesh is made up of 80 to 90% water. Meanwhile, a fully grown pig's flesh is only around 50% water. All of the water in the fish requires extra refrigeration and cooling, since the wet and now warmer environment provides almost perfect conditions for hungry bacteria and mold. Since fish need more refrigeration, they don't last as long in an average 40-degree Fahrenheit refrigerator. The leanest trout lasts around 15 days, but most of the fish we like to eat, salmon and cod, last only 8 days. Herring and mackerel last only 5 days. By the time the fish is caught, shipped back to port, and then shipped further to wherever in the world it's going, the fish's shelf life is already decreased to less than a few days in most cases. Even frozen, fish spoils faster than other meats. Steak can last up to a year while frozen, and chicken can last for 9 months. Leaner fish can last for around 5 months, and fatty fish won't last even more than 3 months. Fish can be very tasty creatures, especially when you live somewhere near a coast where you have access to fresh fish. Even with their smell, they still provide delicious meals for many people. If you take the right preparation steps, once the fish is cooked, it won't even smell much at all. Fish let off bad smells because of the microorganisms found in the fish farms, natural chemicals in the water, and because they go bad faster than other meats.